English expressions you definitely learnt at school that we don't say, and a few you didn't, but you should, from Let Them Talk TV. Let's start with a classic. It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, but it's raining cats and dogs. I love it.
Every student I have ever taught from wherever they come from in the world knows this one, and I'm sure it's in your textbooks at school. It's the most famous English idiom, but do we still use it? Well, no, actually. I've never heard it, I think, in my entire life, somebody use it seriously. It's usually used when we want to give a definition of what an idiom is, and we give an example. It's raining cats and dogs. So what do we say instead? You could say it's pouring, or it's pouring down, or it's chucking it down. I've heard people say it's pissing down. It's raining cats and dogs? Yeah, never heard it. I mean, never. Nice phrase. Nice. I'm not knocking it, but never heard it. What you must remember about idioms is that you may want to learn the most common English idioms, but you have to be careful about that. Sometimes an idiom can become so popular that it becomes a cliche, and we don't want to use cliches. That is, you've heard an expression so often that when you hear it, you roll your eyes and you think, oh God, not that old, worn out expression again. And maybe this is what happened to raining cats and dogs. People just got tired of it. It was used so often. I can think of a couple more like that. As cool as a cucumber. That's another one I never use that's in many textbooks around the world. Despite the chaos around him, he remained as cool as a cucumber. Now, you might learn that one at school too, but it could be a victim of its own success, and it's best avoided. How do you do? How do you do? I hear this phrase a lot when I meet a student for the first time. I like it, but once again, it's pretty rare these days. How do you do, by the way, means nice to meet you. It doesn't mean how are you. So you use it only once when you meet someone for the first time. And you can respond the same. How do you do? How do you do?
Why, it's Max de Winter. How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm Edith Van Hopper. It's so nice to run into you.
It's largely been replaced by nice to meet you. By the way, as I've said in previous videos, I'm not the conversation police. I'm here just to explain things. How do you do sounds nice. You can use it. Not many people do, but if you want to, why not? I beg your pardon. Another classic from old textbooks.
Well, what do you say to a grilled steak?
That's a very good idea. Well done for me, please.
On the red side for me.
Rene Potato Ash Finito.
These people have a passion for repeating themselves.
I beg your pardon.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to explain to you that owing to the large number of visitors, there's no food left.
No food?
But actually, let me tell you that it really is quite a useful expression. It's used in three ways. One, to apologise. Excuse me, sir, do you have these in size 36? Oh, I beg your pardon, I mean, madam. Two, to indicate that you didn't hear something. I beg your pardon, what did you say his name was? Gillian? And to show that you are outraged. I beg your pardon, you have no right to speak about the matron like that. Yes, it is still used, but not much. I don't think many young British people would say, I beg your pardon. If you do, let me know. So what do you say in place of I beg your pardon? To apologise, you could say, excuse me, or, oh sorry, or I do apologise, or a mixture. She's a beautiful girl. Oh sorry, I do apologise, boy. If you didn't hear something, you could say, excuse me, or what was that again? Or, I'm sorry, what did you say? To show outrage, most people would say something like, what do you mean by that? Or, what the hell do you mean by that? Or, what did you say? What did you say? You shouldn't be so disrespectful. What did you say? You haven't subscribed to Let Them Talk TV. Are you crazy?
Pardon me, madam. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm all right, Hilda. Thank you very much.
Pardon me has also drifted away into obscurity. It's more or less been replaced by excuse me. Despite this, despite its unpopularity, I beg your pardon is a useful phrase. We like it. Thumbs up. Next we have, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
This one has been going out of style for a while. I think something like good evening everybody would be preferred these days. It seems like people prefer gender neutral expressions. Most airlines these days will say attention all passengers instead of attention ladies and gentlemen. Personally, I don't have a problem with ladies and gentlemen if someone uses it, but if I'm speaking, I'll probably just say hello everybody.
Mr. Bingley! Mr. Bingley? Oh my goodness!
Gosh, darn, sugar, fudge, golly. I've heard students use these words without knowing what they mean. Requires some clarification. These are called minced oaths, and that is you intentionally mispronounce a blasphemy or a rude word with something that sounds similar. So gosh is a corrupted version of God. People who don't want to say God, they say gosh or golly. Sugar instead of shit. Fudge instead of, you guessed it, or flip or fiddlesticks instead of the F word. Oh fudge, I left my cranberry sauce in the library. I beg your pardon. Basket instead of bastard. You stole my hat, you stupid basket. If you look at my girlfriend, I'll be flipping angry. And you say crikey instead of Christ. These appear a lot in old textbooks. And personally, I have a personal dislike for them. If you want to use them, that's fine. But I say either swear or don't swear. Sugar or flip or gosh. No, I refuse. Now, some old-fashioned expressions that don't get the love and attention that they should. They are brilliant and we should use them more often. They will enhance your English. Let's start with one of my favourites. Thrice. Thrice simply means 3 times. We have once, we have twice, but why not thrice? It used to be a fairly common word, as you can see from the engram here. However, it's dying out. But why? It's so useful. So I'm starting a campaign to use thrice. Here's some examples. London, London, London. You see, I said it thrice. The good thing about thrice is that you can put it before the verb, and you can't do that with 3 times. You know, I have thrice seen this movie, or I've seen it thrice.
There are no accidents.
Yes, I know. You've said that already. Twice.
Well, that was no accident either.
Thrice.
The second word is namling. Namling, and that's simply someone who shares the same name as you. Useful, isn't it? Gideon is a pretty rare name in England, and I was the only Gideon at school. But in year 5, a nameling arrived. Yes, there were 2 Gideons in the class.
All right, well, tell me all about my mummy in the 60s. I'm dying to know what she was like. She was very groovy.
Groovy. Now I like this word, but it seems to be out of favour. Not many people use it these days, but I wish they did. It means cool or exciting or fashionable. You know, they are the most groovy Korean pop band in years. I love your spiky hair, it's groovy. This new app for something is really groovy. Sorry if my example's not very inspiring today.
Farewell.
These days, when you leave a place, you say goodbye, see you, have a nice day, something like that. But one of the best ways of saying goodbye is increasingly rare, and that is farewell. Farewell. Fare means to progress or to get along, and that's still common. How did you fare in your exams? Okay, but why not say farewell? It means that I hope you progress successfully. Farewell. Doesn't it sound nicer than see ya? So next time you're saying goodbye to someone, just say farewell. Which words did you learn at school that we don't use anymore? And do you have any favourite words that are fading into obscurity that you want to breathe new life into? Thank you, grammarians. That was groovy, wasn't it? I'll see you in the next video. Farewell.